The book you are listening to is a guide to using the science and psychology of empathy to lead a more fulfilling and purposeful life while leaving a lasting impact on the world around you. It's also a deeply personal story of healing from grief and addiction, transmuting into a thirst for evolution. The grief I felt, once I was able to be present to listen to it, told me that my life was worth more than how I was living it. Today, that grief has been transformed into the optimistic, altruistic, and idealistic guidebook you hold today. Running parallel to my own struggles with mental health was a global crisis of burnout and mental health issues rising at an alarming rate, as well as ever-increasing instances of exploitation and violence. The power of empathy is one proposed way of dealing with these issues and for leaving the world a bit better than how we found it. Not too long ago, the idea of empathy took up a lot less space in my consciousness. In 2017, I had founded a marketing agency called Curiosity Lab, but within 2 years, the business would be failing, and I would suddenly get hit with some deeply felt personal losses. Then the world as we knew it began to experience unprecedented change. With the arrival of the COVID-19 pandemic, the rise of the racial justice movement following the murder of George Floyd, the U.S. Capitol riot, the rise of anti-Asian violence in America, and the Russian war against Ukraine, it became clear that we needed a tool for navigating the fear and uncertainty around us and for cultivating our individual emotional resilience and well-being. During this time, I would channel my grief and will to heal and survive into a journey of researching empathy. I began learning tools and routines that would help me learn to let go of grief, past traumas and failures, and the negative mindsets and behaviors that had been holding me back. As a result, anchored in my values and deep awareness of how these events were affecting me, I quickly began to see the connection between my personal healing and the need for healing in the community around me.